my channel. If you're new to my channel, I'm just a girl who likes reading romance, fantasy romance, paranormal romance, any kind of genre of romance in general. And I also happen to have cerebral palsy, and it would mean the world to me if you would subscribe to my channel. I post new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I also hope watching my videos can make your day just a little bit brighter. Today's video is going to be my January end of the month wrap up. I'll leave my mid-month wrap up down below in the description. A grave situation. Talon, who is a professor at a school for magic, he teaches the first years. He is a magic user. And in this world, you have magic users, and then you have dragon riders. Talon comes across this sentient rock called the Stone of Life. Tasks Talon to go find the chosen one. There's gonna be a war brewing with zombies. So Talon needs to go leave the school and find this chosen one who can use the rock's powers. And Talon goes on this journey with his twin sister, who is a dragon rider and a healer mage who Talon has a crush on. I thought this was lighthearted, but when I got to the 50% mark, something happened that I did not expect, and I cried. 5 stars. Pretty when he bleeds. Roman is in the hockey team, and he's dealing with grief because his boyfriend died because he took his own life. Damon can see that Roman is struggling too. Proposal to Roman. Instead of going to random people to get yourself beat up so you don't have to feel anything, let me do it. Roman and Damon's relationship, while they try to grieve the loss of Damien's brother together, 5 stars. But please check your trigger warnings, it is a dark romance. Daggermouth, the dystopian book. We're following Grayson, who is the son of the president of the society. And in the beginning of the book, Grayson is assassinating like 2 people because one person is from the high ranking group and the other person is from a lower ranking group. And in this world, the groups can't intermingle, so Grayson has to assassinate the couple because his father demands it. But Grayson doesn't want to be his father's executioner. He does it because he has to, because behind closed doors, his father is a very abusive person, and he can take the abuse. He doesn't want to see his mother or his sister get hurt. He is engaged to this girl of high society. Once they were about to take their vows, but before they can take their vows, the heroine drops in on them to assassinate Grayson. They get into a fight with each other. Grayson takes off his mask 'Cause in this world, the high society people wears masks, and the only person you're allowed to take off your mask for is your spouse. Heroine, I cannot pronounce her name, sees Grayson's face. They go about like fighting each other. The father sees this, and instead of executing them both, because Grayson took off his mask, and this girl from the outskirts tried to kill his son, he forces them to marry each other. And a lot of other things ensue. There's also a secondary couple in this world. It's Grayson's younger sister and Grayson's best friend. And oh my goodness, the dystopian setting, the corrupt government, the rebellion. I love this book. The Poisoned Daughter. This woman is gifted the kiss of death. Like she's a widower. Her sister is married to a very abusive man, and that's why she doesn't have a good relationship with her parents, because her parents just let it happen. So in order to make up for it, she goes around at night abusive men in the kingdom. And one day she goes off to an assignment. She kisses this man and thinking he's going to die, and she's done her duty, but she kisses him with her poison kiss and he doesn't die. The next day, we find out that her parents arranged her to be married to another kingdom that they formed an alliance with. She meets her husband, her new husband, and it turns out it's the guy she intended to kill. Stitched Hearts. It's an romance. Second Chance. We're following Roman and Beck, who meet in high school when they're 18. They're each other's first loves. But Roman comes from a very abusive household, and Beck knows about this situation. Roman promises to not go back to his father's house to live with him and his parents. And one day, Roman breaks his promise. He goes to his house to get his stuff, and his father's sad about Beck and his family, so Roman lunges at his father, and his father, like, beats him up very badly. It's in that point that Roman realizes he cannot stay here, so he leaves town and doesn't come back. And Beck is left heartbroken because he doesn't know why he left without telling him. 10 years later, Roman comes back because he got a call that his father is dying, and he meets Beck again when he goes to the hospital to treat his hand for something. Roman does everything in his power to win Beck over, because it's always been him. He was 4-star. Healed Hearts, and this is about Roman's best friend. He went with Beck when he went back to the small town, and he gets his romance with Holden, who is a single father. Roman's best friend is a nurse, so that's how they met. 4-star. Woven Heart, novella in the series where Beck and Roman get married, and Roman's best friend and Holden get engaged. Tangled Hearts. And that's the fourth and final book in that series. We're following a different character, Nick Heroes, from book 2, Healed Hearts, Long Lost Brother, and he gets his romance with, I can't remember the hero's name, a kid who Roman and Beck adopted in the novella, who was 14 at the time. And then in his book, he's 21. Nicholas is 28, 4 stars. This is book 2 and Jay Shaman's Beauty and the Beast retelling, and I can't really say much about Cursed Queen because it's book 2 and the duet. But basically, we're following this monarchy, and the family is cursed. The heroine becomes the king's nanny. Boston Blues series by Molly Goons. Now, I talked about this series a lot on my baseball romance recommendation video, so I'm not going to talk too much about this series. I'll leave that recommendation video down below in the description. Book 1, Picture Us, is a teammate's sister romance. We're following Will and Callie. Callie is the photographer for the team, and I give that book 5 stars. Coach Me, we're following Dex and Lucy. Lucy is Will's younger sister, and it's a single dad nanny romance. Stars Stealing You, Beck and Jensen, Plier, and a tattoo artist romance, 5 stars. A Flame and Fallacies, a dragon romance book. Trina, who lives in a kingdom where dragons are forbidden to have. The dragon riders are known as the rebellion, and they're rebelling against the kingdom Katrina lives in. One day she goes to visit her father's grave, and she finds a dragon egg. And the dragon egg hatches. Her home that she lives in with her mother gets destroyed by a fire, and her mother tells her to go run, take this dragon to the Dragonlands so you'll be safe. So her mother died. She intends to honor her mother's wishes, and she goes to Cole, her best friend slash ex-boyfriend, because Cole proposed to her, but Kat turned Cole down, and she needs Cole's help to go to the Dragonland. 5 stars. I give it 5 stars because of the ending of Blood and Bane, book 2 in that series. Red Sister by Mark Lawrence is a straight up fantasy book. We're following Nona, who is an orphan who lives like in a village, and she gets taken in by this society of nuns who train these girls to become soldiers. 4 star. Plier by Jane Washington. I read this book because of my friend Jess from Honest Fiction. It's an omega burst romance without shifting, because there's alphas, betas, omegas, and stigmas. Stigmas are powers, are people that can take away other people's pain by transferring their pain within themselves. And the story starts with the heroine going to Ironside Academy, and in this academy, everything is filmed. She's a ballet dancer, and she gets a why-choose romance with 10 people, and I really liked the first book in the series. I gave it 4 stars. It's a sci-fi series. This book is about a single mom who is divorced, who has 2 kids. Portals open up with monsters in them, and people go in these portals to go fight these monsters to make money, and this is a dystopian world. One day, the mother goes to this job because she's an assessor, and she gets left behind by her group. She gets betrayed by her group, and she's the only one left inside this portal with a dog with her. So it's her journey. I really liked it. I give this book 4 stars. The Witch Slayer by Opal Rain. In this world, witches and dragons do not get along. But witches are afraid of humans. So we're following this witch who has a cat who brings home something that looks like a lizard creature. But what she doesn't know is this lizard creature is actually a dragon that has a hex put on him. So she sets the dragon free, and the townspeople discovers that she is a witch, and they burn her at the stake, and the dragon guy comes back and saves her from the stake. He uses his powers to bring her back to life, and now that she's seen the dragon's face, she cannot leave the dragon's side. She cannot leave the dragon's cave. And it's this enemies to lovers romance. The heroine learns more about dragons. I really liked it. I gave it 5 stars. But the only thing I would really change is the heroine's relationship with her dad. Like, I get it that the dad did something bad, but the dad spent a lot of time in captivity. I don't want to say why because that will be a major spoiler, but I wish the heroine would have given her dad a little bit of grace. Those are all the books that I read in the second half of January. Please let me know if you have read any of these books. I would love to know. Please like, comment, subscribe to my channel. Liking this video would help me out a lot. And I'll see you Friday. Bye.